Welcome guys, Demo here at Perfect Gaming Guides, back with another 100% completion guide. This one is for the case of the Golden Idol, currently free on Xbox Game Pass guys. We'll be completing this one in under 30 minutes. Okay, let's fire up a new game guys and we'll get started on the prologue. So we get into the prologue here guys, and it gives us a brief explanation of how the game works. What we're doing is collecting various clues, and we're trying to solve mysteries at the end of each scene, and those are solved by filling in these sort of panels on a book. So if we look in the first scene here, we've got a few things going on, and we've got these sort of exclamation marks and question marks. That's basically all our clues. So if we click on the first one, these bags here, and if we start clicking on them, it kind of tells you what they are and whatnot. If they are clues that are related to solving the puzzle, it will increment the number down in the bottom right hand corner in that book there. So we're just going to go ahead, for example here, and we're going to start clicking these. It's going to tell us what they are. And if they're not relevant, as I said, to solving the puzzle, they're not going to pop up down here. If they are relevant, that'll increment the number. So that one's irrelevant, so I'm going to start marking everything that we need to click on guys with these green arrows. So we need to click on the guy with the green on, and the only thing we need to click on here is the document. Now we're going to gather in these names because these are the people that's involved in solving this particular mystery here. Where there's duplicate names, if something appears twice on the same sheet guys, you only need to collect it once. So you can see that that's incremented up to, we now have 4 clues. We can back out of there and we can click on the second guy now, and we're only interested in the map here. So we'll go ahead and click on that. We're interested in basically all the words here guys, so we can just collect them all. The word horn appears twice, so you only really need to click that once, but clicking it twice doesn't make any difference to be honest. We can back out of there and we now have all 11 of our clues, and we can now head over to the left hand side and solve this mystery. So the solution for this one, you basically just grab and drop each of the words in. I've used the D-pad guys, I found that a bit easier, but you can equally just use your thumbsticks and grab and drop all the clues into place. So solution is Albert Cloudsley pushed Oberon Geller from a cliff in the Horn of Thumb on Monkey Paw Island. I'll just leave that up on screen for a little bit. And that ends the prologue, and we get our first case achievement. So use the D-pad and we'll go along to the second case, which is the second part of chapter 1 guys. So right away we're going to click on the window there, and that's going to give us the horse clue. Then we're going to click on the table. We need to then click on Sebastian Cloudsley and then click the book. In the book we just need the word hunting, and we can back out of there. Then we're going to click on the map in the wall, and the only word that we're interested in there is Blackfield. Then we're going to go over to the body on the bed over on the right hand side, and we're going to click on the guy's head, and that's going to get us a couple of clues. We have 7 out of 16 guys, and that gives us enough clues that we can actually solve this one already. So it's Sebastian Cloudsley, Lord of Blackfield, passed away in his bed. The cause of death was a head wound, which occurred when he fell from a horse while he was hunting. Again, just leave that up for a bit, and up pops our second achievement, second case. We'll move along to the third one and we'll start that up. So first of all, we will click on the guy over at the far left hand side, then we'll click on the book that he has, and we'll click on the word pair. Back out of there, and then we're going to click on the guy in the middle with the green jacket on, and we're going to click on the document that he has and click on all 3 words in that document. Then we can just back out of there, and we're going to click on the note that's pinned to the barn door. And there we're going to click on both the names up the top, Then we can back out of there and we're going to go inside the building to the right. Click on the guy that's at the table and we're going to click on his document. We need all of the names here apart from the one that's crossed out, guys, so you can either click on absolutely all of them or you can just skip the one that's marked. Back out of there, and then there's a book lying on the floor. We're going to pick that up, and we need the word aphorisms up the top, and then we need the word upset that's in the middle of the first page. We now have enough clues. We have 15 clues. We can now solve the puzzle. So Peter Batley was upset to receive aphorisms in Sebastian Cloudsley's will and ordered James Payer and Adam Payer to take the idol from Willard Wright. Suddenly, James Payer died from spontaneous combustion. Again, I'll leave that up on screen for a bit, guys. And up pops our third achievement for the third case, guys. We'll use RB and we'll go across to start chapter 2 now. First of all, we're going to click on the hatch up the top there, and then we'll click on the trapdoor at the bottom to take us down into this bar. Then we'll click on the woman in the middle and we need to click the word John, and then on the document, and then the word Annie. We can then back out of there and we're now going to click on the guy sitting to her right. We need to pick up the dagger from him. Then we can go to the chalkboard that's behind the barman and we need to click those 3 words on that chalkboard. Then we can click on the document on the bar and we're going to pick up all 4 words that are sitting in that document. Then we'll click on the barman himself and we're going to click on the document he has and click the 2 words. Back out of there, we now have 12 out of 26 and we can solve this puzzle, guys. So Ash Blair got into Willard Wright's room through the trapdoor while Oscar Boyton and Annie Green and John Breach were playing cards with loud music. A fight ensued upstairs and Willard Wright got stabbed with a dagger. If you're finding the video useful, guys, I'd really appreciate if you would hit that like button and subscribe. And up pops our 4th achievement, guys, for the 4th case. We'll start off the 5th case now, guys. So we're going to click on the jackets hanging up. And we need to click on the pink one over at the right hand side, then click on the document on the left and we need Edmund Cloudsley. Then we can back out of there and go through the door on the right hand side. In here we're going to click on the notice that's up on the wall. On there we need to click Baker, that's in the middle of the document. Then we're going to click on the lady on the right hand side and go into the document that she has, and we're going to click on the word Ada. Back out of there. Now we're going to look up in the attic and we click on that. There's a green book up there and we're going to click in there and select Dark Hand. Back out of there and over at the far right hand side, up at the top right hand corner, there is a bag, so we're going to click on that. That's going to give us another clue. We don't need to click on anything in the bag, we can just back out of there and head up the stairs. Now we're going to click on the chest that's got the blue padlock on it. Go in there and we're going to click on the bottles of tonic up the top. Back out of there. Then we're going to click on the desk beside that and click on the document over at the far left hand corner. Then we're going to click Rose Cubert. Back out of there and then click on the waste paper bin, and it's the document with the purple seal that we need to click on, and then we're going to click the word stewards. We can back out of there now. We have 11 of 36 clues and we can solve the puzzle, guys. Dark-Hand Steward wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead, therefore Ada Baker poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag. At the dinner party, Rose Cubert ingested the poison and died. And up pops our 5th achievement for the 5th case, guys. On to number 6. So we'll click on the bag that's in the horse cart, guys. In there we're going to click on the book. And then we're going to click Hardy Abe and Jack Nails. Then we'll make our way into the building on the right. In here we're going to click on the guy who's lying over the top of the coffin. Then we'll click on his head. Then we'll click on the document. And we're going to grab the word corpse. Then we can back out of there. We then click on the scarecrow in the coffin. And we can now back out of there. Click on the lady in the middle. And we're going to click on that document that she has, and we'll click Walter Keane. Back out of there, and up on the wall there's a document. We're going to click on David Gorin and Edmund Cloudsley, so the top name and the bottom names of that document. Then we can make our way through the door to the right. And first of all, we are going to click on the guy over at the left hand side, and he has a sort of bat. We're going to or a club, we're going to grab that. Then over at the right hand side there's a chest and there's a guy inside it. We're going to click the guy, and then we're going to click the book, and we need to open up the tabs at the top and grab the word increased in there and exploded. Then we can back out of there and open the bottom right tab, and we're going to click the word air. Back out of there, and now just next to the desk there's a shard of a vase. We're going to click on that. Then we have enough clues now. We've got 17 and we can solve the mystery. So Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse. Walter Keane, along with accomplices, delivered a coffin. Upon entering, Hardy Abe suddenly clubbed David Gorin. Meanwhile, Edmund Cloudsley increased the amount of air in a sealed vase. When Hardy Abe and Jack Nails entered the room, the vase exploded and killed them both. So up pops our 6th case achievement, guys. Moving on to number 7 now. The only thing we need here is just to go straight through the blue door on the right, guys. Then we're going to click on the items on the little table. We'll click on the one on the right first, and we're going to click Lazarus Hurst and Jeffrey Sinclair. Back out of there and then grab the item on the left hand side. David Gorin and Walter Keane is needed on that document. Then we're going to click the blue banner, and we need the word initiate, which is down the bottom. Then we'll click the red banner, and we're going to click Dark Hand and Proud Beast. We'll exit out of there and we'll go through the door at the top of the stairs. There's 3 pictures up on the wall there. We're going to click on the top one, and we're going to click the word challenged and poisoned. Then the picture to the right below it, we're going to click on the word dispute. Click on the cups on the table, and then we're going to go for the guy with the sort of purple robes and the mask holding the jug. We'll click on that jug. Then we can exit out of there and then follow through the door in the bottom right. We'll click the large statue over at the far right hand side, and we'll grab the word Inception. Back out of there, and then we'll click the guy standing beside the statue, and we're going to grab the word signalled. We've now got 19 clues, guys. That's enough to solve the puzzle, so this one's quite long. Walter Keane was challenged to a dispute ritual. He, with David Gorin, ambushed Darkhand Initiate. David Gorin, posing as Darkhand Initiate, signalled to Walter Keane with a tankard, which cup had no poison. Geoffrey Sinclair drank the other cup and died. Meanwhile, Lazarus Hearst paused the Inception ritual to become Proud Beast Initiate. Up pops our 7th case achievement, guys. On to number 8. So we'll click on the guy lying over at the far right hand side, then we click on his head. That gives us a couple of clues. We can back out of there. Then we'll click on the guy with the purple robes and grey hair. We'll click on the document in the centre there, and we'll click the word lighthouse. Grab Angus McBain and Lazarus Hearst. Back out of there. Click the guy next to him who's holding the cane or whatever it is. Click on the cane itself, and inside that's got the idol, so that's going to give us the idol clue. Then we'll head over to the left where the little boat is, and we'll click on the chest there. There's 2 documents there, so we'll click on rules. Then we'll get Griffin Rebirth. Back out of there, and we'll click the history one, and in there over at the left hand side there's the word flying and jumped. Back out of there, and that's us now got enough of the clues. So 13 clues, we can solve this mystery. So Lazarus Hearst jumped from the lighthouse using the idol to demonstrate the miracle of flying, and became Griffin Reborn. Angus McBain jumped from the lighthouse afterwards. This resulted in Angus McBain's death from a headwind. And up pops our 8th achievement, guys, for the 8th case. So we'll start the 9th case now, guys. And we're going to start by clicking on the poster up on the left side wall. Click on Tea House, Library and Salon. Then we're going to click on this guy with the blue jacket on. The only thing that we're interested in is the 3 words, guys, so frame, patoo and button. Then we're going to click on the guy with the green jacket in the middle, and again it's just the words that we're interested in, so it's killed. Then we'll click on the dude with the blue hair, and again just the word stole. And then we'll click on the guy to his right, and we're going to click on this sort of brown book thing. Then up on the wall to the right hand side there's a poster, and we're going to click on the word drugged. Then we'll click on the dude right over at the far right with the green jacket on, and we'll click on the book. And we need to click on all of these apart from the one that's marked with the X, guys. And we're going to pick up all of the words inside each of these books, or each of the pages of the book, sorry. If you click on all of them, it doesn't really matter, guys. Then once we get out of there, we can exit out the door on the right. Then we're going to click on the bench over by the fountain, and there is a document sitting on the bench. We'll click on that, and we're only interested in the word Valentine there. We can now solve the puzzle for this one, guys. So with 23 clues, we can say early in the morning, James Turner drugged Leopold Blanchard in the library and stole a button. Meanwhile, in the tea house, Ergin Petu drugged Gideon Bell and stole a Lemurian seal from the salon. In the salon at around noon, Alistair Koch killed Augustus Valentine and planted the button on him to frame Leopold Blanchard. Quite a long one, that one, guys, so I'll just leave that up on screen for a bit. If you're finding the video useful, guys, I'd really appreciate if you would hit that like button and subscribe. And up pops our achievement for the 9th case, guys. We'll start up number 10 now, guys, and we'll click on the desk that this guy's sitting at here. And the document that's there, we're only interested in the word merit. Then we can go to the top of the screen and enter above, and there's a pile of books sitting in the middle of the table. We'll click on the one for Lothar Richards and we'll get the words inside there. So there's 3 of them, Lothar, Richards and Years. Then we'll do the one Gideon Bell over on the right hand side and we'll grab the words Gideon Bell. We go through the door in the background there now, and we'll click on the guy on the left hand side. Then we'll click on the idol, and that gives us our final clue that we need. We should have 19 now. So we click on the book and we can solve it. So it's 3 years have passed since Order Party has seized power. During a tribunal, Gideon Bell is judged to have the largest merit deduction in all tribunal history. To execute his punishment, idol was used on him and he lost 88 years. Up pops our achievement for the 10th case, guys. And we'll move on to number 11. So starting off, we'll click on the encampment over at the far left corner. Then we'll click on the tent and we'll click on the poster up on the wall. We need to click on the 3 words there, so it's manor, crossroads and cabin are the 3 that we're interested in. We can back up out of there, then we'll click on the sort of statue thing that's sitting up on top of the safe and we'll click on the words Lazarus Hearst. Back out of there and then we'll click on the safe itself and there's a book in there, so we'll click on the book. And again, we're going to click onto each tab on this book, apart from the one that's got the X marked on it. But again, if you go in and do that one as well, it doesn't really matter. So we'll grab all those names in each pages of the books. And we'll back up out of there and we'll click on the guy sitting at the desk outside the tent and we're going to click on the 2 words find and lost. Then we can exit back out of there up at the top of the screen. Then we're going to go for this encampment here and click on the guy. Then we'll click on the idol and we can now back up out of there. Now we're going to click on the sort of shack in the middle of the map and there's a guy down the bottom right hand corner, so we'll click on him. Don't need the gun, we're just going to click on the word years. Then we're actually going to enter the shack and over at the far right hand side there's a bag hanging up, so we'll just click on the bag and we'll grab the word have. Back up out of there and then we can exit back to the main map. Then we're going to click into this area here and we're going to click on the guy. We're only interested in the word kill and then we can exit back out, click on the woman with the harp, then we'll click on the harp itself and then the blue book, and we're going to click on both of these pages here and grab all the words there, so it's fight, Peter Batley and Mary, and then in the red one it is ideal wife and Mary, so you don't really need to click on Mary twice there to be honest, but I did. Exit back out of there. And then we're going to go for the encampment over at the right hand side of the map. we're back in that bar again, so we're going to click on Lady on the right hand side and we're going to click the word kidnap. Then we'll click on the barman and we get the word blackmail. And now that we've got all those clues, we can solve the first book. Early in the morning, Lazarus Hearst went to the manor to kidnap Mary Batley because Lazarus Hearst wanted to have the ideal wife. Once we've done that, we can just hit RB and fill in the second book. Before the noon, Alistair Koch and James Turner tried to find Lazarus Hearst. They found the golden idol at the manor. On their way back, they started to fight over it. And once we've finished that one, we can just RB onto the third book, guys. In the afternoon, David Gorin went to the cabin to kill Walter Keane because Walter Keane tried to blackmail Lazarus Hearst to get back his lost years. When we've finished that one, we can RB across to the fourth book. Early in the morning, Peter Batley killed Lazarus Hearst at the manor. Before noon, Alistair Koch killed James Turner at the crossroads. In the afternoon, Walter Keane killed David Gorin at the cabin. And up pops the 11th case achievement, guys. That's us pretty much done with gathering evidence, guys. We can now start the epilogue and we have all the evidence already, so we're just going to click directly on the first book here and solve it. So it's Sebastian Cloudsley left the idol to the Brotherhood in his will, but then David Gorin, on Edmund Cloudsley's orders, stole the idol and accidentally stabbed Willard Wright. The Brotherhood tasked Walter Keane to punish Edmund Cloudsley and recover the idol, but his attempts were fruitless. Once we've completed that one, we can just RB onto the second one, guys. During one attempt, Walter Keane was captured and Edmund Cloudsley convinced him to join his side. Edmund Cloudsley used the idol to make himself young and infiltrated the Brotherhood under the new identity of Lazarus Hearst. Then he claimed to be Griffin Reborn and transformed the Brotherhood into the Order Party. Once we're finished with that one, we can RB to the third book. Brotherhood Masters Alistair Koch and James Turner helped Lazarus Hearst seize power in the country and enforce the rule of virtues by taking youth away from the common people and giving it to the Order Party members. Right before the final showdown with the uncooperative king, Lazarus Hearst wanted to kidnap Mary Batley, but was shot by Peter Batley and the idol was broken. I hope you found the video useful, guys. I'd really appreciate it if you would hit that like button, and if you would subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. And that is the final achievement, guys. Thanks for watching and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.